This is the X340Pro165hz by PRISM Malaysia. But before we get into it, let's just appreciate the minimalistic design. I'm a huge fan of this approach. The bezel around the display is pretty thin, and also the curve is pretty substantial. If you don't know, 1500R is quite a curve. You may or may not like it, but it definitely makes this monitor look really cool. In the box, you'll find the power cable, DisplayPort cable, and the Elevate X1 monitor stand, which they'll include for free. The stand is really well built, much better than other monitors I've used. But if you want more flexibility, you can buy the Arc Stealth monitor arm from PRISM Plus themselves. So you already know this monitor is made by PRISM Plus, a Singapore-based company, but they also have a local team here in Malaysia, and it is gaining popularity quite a bit. When I was looking at the spec sheet the other day, honestly, I feel like for the price they are offering at, it just seems too good to be true. But when I finally get my hands on it, it has definitely exceeded my expectations. So as I said, this monitor has pretty high specs. It is rated at 165Hz, 1 millisecond response time, 3440 by 1440p resolution, 34-inch 21:9 aspect ratio, and 120% support for sRGB. Unfortunately, I did not have the calibration tool at the moment of recording this video, but I have tried color grading a couple of projects, and as far as my testing goes, it is not what I would say a super accurate display, but don't get me wrong, it is not bad by any means. Let's face it, if you want perfect color rendition at this screen size, you are probably going to be spending much more money. But I'm sure for most people, this monitor would be more than enough for their casual editing workflow. Besides that, black level is surprisingly really good, but there is some gamma shift while viewing at an angle. I mean, this is to be expected since it's a VA display. Gaming with this monitor though, is really where this shines. The 165Hz refresh rate and the 1440p resolution is such a great combination. I had such an amazing time playing games and sim racing with this monitor. It also has support for FreeSync and non-native G-Sync as well, and I'm yet to encounter any issues, so that's good. And just to note, to unlock the full 165Hz refresh rate, you need to be connected through DisplayPort. And speaking of that, this monitor has 2 DisplayPorts, 2 HDMI ports, and an audio jack for audio pass-through. If you're using a MacBook Pro with the M1 chip, like the one I have right here, this display would work absolutely fine. If you don't know, the M1 MacBooks sometimes have issues connecting to certain displays, even higher-end models, but with this display, it works just fine. So in conclusion, this is a pretty great monitor for both gaming and casual editing for most users out there. Despite my initial skepticism, this display has definitely exceeded my expectations. So huge thanks to PRISM Malaysia for providing this display for me. Note that all opinions are from me and nobody else. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this quick review and see you guys in the next one. As always, bye.